everybody. Welcome to Xavia Fox Talks again, and I'm still your host, Xavia Fox. It's no holds barred relationship talk.
Yes, we do choose.
Yeah, if anything, I will agree with that anonymous lady. Y'all do choose.
We do choose.
I mean, we can chase and chase.
We don't chase. We definitely.
Hold on. Y'all do chase.
Yeah, we chase.
Okay.
Y'all chase. I mean,
some women. Let's say some women chase.
I said y'all.
You said y'all.
I didn't say all of y'all. I said y'all.
Okay.
Because women know from. I mean, it doesn't matter where she is. She could be in church. She can be at a store. She can be in a club. She knows once that guy walked through that door if she wants to talk to him or not.
Oh yeah, we definitely know that.
Oh yeah, y'all know already. So if you really think about it, y'all already doing the chasing before we can start the chasing. Y'all just doing it visually and mind think. Because we don't think with our minds, do we, brothers? Not initially. Well, we all know where we think at, right?
I mean, know what
you know what I'm saying? But women think here first. So when that brother walks through that door and y'all catch his eye, may it be whatever it is that he's wearing, the cologne that he's wearing, the shoes, you know right then and there until he comes up and speaks. And then once he speaks, that's it. Y'all don't have
and that could be it one way or another.
Right.
Sometimes he opened his mouth and you like, oh Lord, please, how long is he gonna stay here and talk?
So why not just say that?
Because you don't want to hurt a person's feelings. But wait,
you can
I still want to go back to what your question was. I think that you first need to determine whether that is a relationship that you really need to be really rekindling sparks in. That's the first thing that I think you need. You really need to look at that relationship and decide, is this a relationship that I need to stay in?
Well,
or should I figure out, and that's where I was going with that before, I don't know where we all went.
Well,
but I think that you need to just figure out, am I just staying for the sake of staying because we got this many years under our belt, or I'm familiar, I know what this person's going to do and what this person's going to say, I know their ups and their downs and all that stuff. Am I just comfortable in this relationship, or should I really try and rekindle a spark here?
Well, to answer that question, when we go and pursue this woman, or a woman pursuing a man, however way you want to put it, we do think about those times that we had together, the beginning. And sometimes that's still there. You just got to find it. Every relationship has their ups.
See, I don't think it's that hard. I just don't think it's, if there is a spark.
I think it just, it gets pushed to the back. Because everything else
pushes it to the back.
It's a combination of both. Because like you said, it's women, today, women work now. I mean, back in the day, women stayed home. You know what I'm saying? They stayed home, and I went way back now. I went back, didn't I? I hope I went back far enough. You know what I'm saying? Because women work now. It's women's live thing now, okay? But back in the day, women stayed home. So all they had to do was get prepared for their man coming home. So may it be the dinner, the bath water, the slippers, cigar, beer, whatever it is that makes that man happy when he walks through that door. That's what's happening then. Now,
do you think that those relationships were better back then?
Look at the marriages.
I agree. I think that getting away from a lot of traditional stuff, but not 40.
Men and women back then, they stayed married. Now, you would have to have a couple here that's been married 50 years, and you would have to ask them what they did. But just my opinion, those things, by her being home, she did the things that she knows that she needed to do to keep her man coming home. Being and doing what she had to do. Because we don't know what went on inside that house for them 50 years. She could have came to the door and just, instead of granny grip underwear, she probably just had a towel wrapped around.
But then, of course,
so you better leave that alone.
Anyway, we have a couple gentlemen at the mic, so let's get their input over here.
Ms. Fox,
Yes.
Going back to that.
Yes, we do need to know who you are.
Yes, we need to know who you are.
Just call me Scooby.
Oh, okay, Scooby.
Yes. Okay. The whole new pussy thing, I guess the best way to describe it would be, let's take it street for a minute. You buy a new car, right? You roll around in it. It's a good thing. You show it off. You like getting in it and all that, right? After a while, you're like, I gotta do something different. So what do most fellas do? Buy rims, and then we happy again. Get a little bored, go buy some sounds. Then maybe tint the windows. Maybe we get a new paint job. Real man is gonna keep that car. He may add to it. He may take something away. But he's gonna keep that car.
But he might buy another one too.
No.
He might have a car. But he might have another car too.
Why he's keeping the car?
But he might still have another one.
He changed things on the car.
So he not gonna get another car too. He don't have 2 cars.
See,
how many cars you got at home?
Oh, she taking it to another place.
I've got one outside and one sitting in the garage.
Okay, you got 2.
But okay, why don't you ask him what's his favorite car? There you go.
Well, you got one car for work and one car for play. But you still have to put time in both of them. One may need a little more work than the other. You just have to know how much work to put in each one. I'm still keeping both.
So you got 2 women. One is the one that's
He said about 2 cars. He said
you talking about cars.
You were comparing cars to women.
Okay, you know what? Peep this then. I'm not getting rid of my new pussy until it's old. When it's old, I'm still keeping it. There's no reason to get rid of it.
That's what he's
point blank. Period. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep it fresh, keep it alive, to keep that. Because if I wanted it bad enough to begin with, I'm gonna keep it.
There you go. And that's all I was trying to say. Thank you, Scooby. That's exactly what I was saying.
Stop trying to put words in my mouth with 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, going around the corner, cooking. No. I got the car. I like the car. I'm keeping the damn car. One car, one man.
Yes.
Set you up like that, Fox.
That's what I'm talking about. Are you quiet?
Really, Fox?
Are you quiet? Are you quiet? No. Scooby, way to go, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you doing, brother. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Too bad we couldn't do that to the anonymous.
That's not even fair. I'm gonna edit you out.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I have full editing rights. Xavia Fox Talk Show.
Now you know you cannot.
I'm not gonna edit him out. Okay, I got you. But you know what? And most of y'all know I know Scooby, and I think that he's a really great guy, though. And I don't think that, honestly, I don't think the majority of men think that way.
That's it.
So we have another person on the mic. So introduce yourself, Mister.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me. My name is Khalia Scott, and I'm a clinical social worker. And I, in fact, one of the activities that I do is marriage counseling.
Okay.
And before I get to my comment, let me read this that I wrote many years ago in regards to black relationships. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be. In my profession, I see a discord with relationships every day. And I gotta believe that even you all having this forum is for us to be better equipped, better able to handle the pitfalls that come with relationships. And I remember prior to me getting married, many people said, it's the hardest work in your life, being married. And it's the truth, And I guess I kind of want to take a spin, or even maybe throw this out to you in the audience. I was having lunch with a girl buddy of mine. This was like last summer. And she looked me dead in my eyes and she was like, Khalid, why don't you black men love us black women anymore? And I sat there stunned because it was so prolific, and she said it with such an intensity. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? You my girl, I love you. She was like, Khalid, it's just, I turn on the television and I see beautiful black men with every other race than us. My friends are also, she's a social worker. She said, I see men who are perpetrators in domestic violence. I see rappers calling women out their names, but the women in the videos look like me. But they wouldn't dare say it if it was a Susie in the video. So why do you all hate us? And I flipped it back on. I said, well, why are you all disgusted with us? You know, where is this discord coming from? Why don't we show love to each other? And I guess that's what I want to throw out is, what are people's opinions about why aren't we loving each other like we supposed to? Because I go to so many of these relationship forums, even have book club meetings where I met you, and we talk about, you know, the Steve Harvey books, and that's why those books can make millions of dollars, because we all want to know the answer, what's going on in our relationships. And I'm raising a daughter, a beautiful daughter, and I'm scared, guys. I want to know, is my daughter going to have options when she gets up there? I don't want to hear my daughter saying, Daddy, I'm becoming a lesbian because there's no black men out there loving me. You know, so we need help, guys. We need answers, and I'm looking for them, you know, and I think let's have a discussion on how do we get back to the loving. And that's my comment.
That's deep, and that's really good. Anyway, I think it started there with the breakdown of family, of the kids having kids young, not having role models as far as what a real relationship even looks like. You know, they don't know what a relationship even really looks like. I have several female friends now that talk about, you know, their dads or the relationships they've seen. You know, their dads had many women. You know, they weren't married to their mothers. You know, not even just females. I actually have a lot of guy friends whose dads weren't married to their mothers. They saw their dads have many women. You know, they never saw a real relationship, and they don't know how to have a real relationship. So one of the questions that I posted actually last week was, what are we showing our kids about the opposite sex? Because I have a close friend of mine who has a female friend, and or ex-friend or whatever you want to call it, and what this woman is doing to her daughter should really kind of be illegal, I think. You know, because what she's teaching her daughter about men, there's no way this girl can possibly have a healthy relationship, because she is blatantly teaching her that, you know, men are liars, they're no good, they're gonna hurt you. It just blatantly comes out of her mouth. So it's really about how we teach our kids to view the opposite sex, and what are we saying? You know, in the heat of the moment when we're pissed off, you know, what are you saying about that man or that woman? Because your kid is sitting there listening. I said something to my daughter one day, and I said, because, you know, I think I've told my story enough times so everybody know I had this heartbreak back last year, whatever. And my youngest daughter got into a relationship with a guy, and she was talking to me about it. And from my own fear of her experiencing hurt, the first thing I said was, be careful and don't trust him up front. Let him earn it. And then I got off the phone with her and I said, I really just told her don't trust him. Boy, because we're all scarred. And we pass that stuff on. And so how do we fix it? I don't have an answer for that. Because how do we fix ourselves first? That's where it starts.
What makes a man who started out with nothing have something, but when he had nothing, he was with the black woman, and then when he has something, he goes to the white woman? And this is just my opinion. I think it's more so how he was being treated when he was with that black woman. You know, it was like, how do you satisfy this black woman? So if I start making all this money, she's still gonna be that same person. You understand what I'm saying? She's gonna be still doing the same things. Now you go to this white woman, she's treating him like a king. She's giving him everything. She's doing everything. And he don't have to ask.